I was a very public failure, and I even thought about running away from the valley. But something slowly began to dawn on me. I still loved what I did. The turn of events at Apple had not changed that one bit. I had been rejected, but I was still in love, and so I decided to start over.
I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. The happiness of being successful was replaced by the lightness of being a beginner again. The show of everything. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life.
During the next 5 years, I started a company named Next, another company named Pixar, and fell in love with an amazing woman who would become my wife.
Pixar went on to create the world's first computer-animated feature film, Toy Story, and is now the most successful animation studio in the world.
In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next, and I returned to Apple. And the technology we developed at Next is at the heart of Apple's current renaissance.
And Lee and I have a wonderful family together. I'm pretty sure none of this would have happened if I hadn't been fired from Apple.
It was over-tasting medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Sometimes life is gonna hit you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. I'm convinced that the only thing that kept me going was that I loved what I did. You've got to find what you love, and that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is gonna fill a large part of your life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do.
If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. As with all the matter of the heart, you know when you find it.
And in any great relationship, it just gets better and better as the years roll on. So, keep looking and don't settle.
Let me introduce my lovely team, Steel Magnolia, Tuesday drama. It's a very, very new drama class. Very new. And they are so optimistic. They kept on talking, and didn't practice. Get up and practice. Start practicing acting. Okay. It happens often to a new group. And I think last night we had our first run-through.
Diabetes is the keyword in our drama.
Please enjoy our drama.
No, today is a very special day. I'm so nervous.
Relax, you just made it look like a helmet.
Stop it. How about baby?
I don't know what I wish.
Mama, why do you make everything so
Happy birthday! It's better to get out of wire. Eat a reality.
What is it, X7? I'm not here.
Shelby! Shelby! Shelby!
Shelby! Doctor! Doctor!
What happened?
Shelby! 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 Shelby is right. It does kind of look like a helmet. Are you okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm so bad. I don't know what to do. I don't know why. I don't know why. Candy, life is over. I don't understand. Why? 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 I can't stand this. I just need somebody. They feel as bad as I do.
Here. Hit this.
Are you crazy?
Really? Have you lost your mind? Hit hard.
It's plenty enough.
We thought this is your chance to help your friends. Look hard, Marine. Stop! You don't hit hard? Everyone wants to hit hard. You are the pig from the hell.
Lisa! Wait!
That was joke.
Alright, then it's time to welcome Saturday morning debate class, and they are going to have a dramatic debate.
Good evening. Welcome to Kaplan News. I'm Michael Shida. Today we have some hot news about organ transplantation. In June this year, Toyama University Hospital said the organs of a brain-dead boy under age 6 have been successfully harvested, and that his heart, liver, and kidneys have been successfully transplanted into another person's body. In June 2010, a revised organ transplantation law took effect in Japan. The original law banned the transplantation of organs from children under age 15 and required signed donor cards to become a donor. Under the revised law, organs can be taken from anyone regardless of age if the family consents. Great changes. And this was Japan's very first case of a child under age 6 becoming an organ donor. So today, we have with us a reporter, Ms. Ogata, who investigated this issue. Hello, Ms. Ogata.
Hello, Michael.
Well, even now, waiting list for transplants is still very long, is that correct?
Yes, more than 13,000 people are waiting, but there are only about 50 cases of organ donation per year. Demand far exceeds supply.
Well, so what's the reason? Today, we have several guests here in the studio. Each of them has special knowledge of or valuable experiences with this issue. So let's take a listen to their opinions and the stories, and let's decide whether Japan should promote organ transplantation or not. So here's our first guest. On your left side, Mr. Tanaka, a medical doctor who specializes in on your right side, Mr. Suzuki, a researcher whose specialty is so-called regenerative medicine. So first, Mr. Tanaka, could you tell us your opinion on this issue?
Okay, I am about organ donation. I have to explain why we need organs from brain-dead donor. Actually, the number of available organs is quite different between brain-dead donor and cardiac dead donor. Once the heart stops, we can use only 3 organs for transplant, while the brain-dead donor can get 7 organs for transplant. So, if we encourage brain-dead donor donation, we can offer many patients a chance to survive.
Before going to your speech, I would like to introduce you, all of you in this hall, one very hot news like this. Dr. Shinya Yamanaka of Kyoto University won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. This breaking news was released just a few days ago, so I'd like to celebrate him together with you. Congratulations, Mr. Yamanaka. And Mr. Suzuki, you are now working on exactly the same field as Mr. Yamanaka's, right?
Oh yes, absolutely yes. I'm very, very proud of that.
Okay. So we need to go back to our own debate. So let us know your opinion on this issue.
Thank you. This means we could reproduce organs such as the liver, kidneys, pancreas, and other kinds of organs. The cells are your own, not another person's. This means IPS technique could replace the conventional organ transplants in the future, in the very, very near future. I strongly believe we should not promote organ transplants.
Thank you, doctor. But
Oh,
just
yes.
to know, IPS is just in the beginning stage, so we cannot use it as a practical measure yet.
I wanted to say we need to allocate more resources to the most promising potential of IPS.
No, but it has been reported that IPS also have an increased rejection rate, right?
That might be, but we believe it is clear. The rate of rejection is much, much lower than
No, I totally disagree.
When I said the rejection rate, we
Patient
should
can't
concentrate
wait.
on such a rejection.
Gentlemen, thank you for your passionate discussion, but unfortunately we don't have much time to please go on. Be relaxed.
The Nobel Prize.
Well, let's invite our next speakers. With us, we have 2 mothers. Both of them had valuable personal experiences related to this issue. So, hello, Mrs. Matsuyama, and hello, Mrs. Fukuyama. Please share your stories with us.
This is a story about my 11-year-old son who fought severe heart disease and he was diagnosed as brain dead. It was a sad and painful reality, but I recall the conversation we had had about his decision to become an organ donor. He said, "I can't live without other person's heart now, so in case I should become brain dead, I want to give my organs to someone else." So we decided to donate his kidneys, pancreas, and eyes to other patients. I feel very proud of him for making such a great decision although he was only 11 years old. In the end, he actually saved many people's lives. And we were also comforted by the knowledge that he is still living in other people. Yes, he's living now. I strongly believe that promoting organ transplant would save many people, not only recipients, but also donors and their families. So, I think Japan should promote organ transplant much more. Thank you.
I would like to talk about what happened to my family. We had a daughter. She was 22. 2 years ago, we got a phone call from the police saying that she had been in a car accident and was taken to hospital. When we arrived at the hospital, she was in the ICU. And the doctor said to us that she was brain dead. We couldn't believe it. She had left home as cheerfully as usual that morning. The doctor explained brain death and organ donation and said that her organs would help other people's lives and part of her would live on in other people after her death. We were so upset and so confused and we were unable to decide. Then we started to feel that we are under pressure and finally agreed to donate organs. Soon, more troops were connected to her and we didn't have sufficient time to stay with her to say goodbye. We just wanted to tell her that how happy we had been to have her as our daughter. But we didn't have time. And we were so shocked when her body came back to us. Her body was cut and stitched up. We felt as if we had lost her twice. In Japanese culture, our body is not just a thing even after the heart has stopped beating. It should not be damaged, but should be treated with respect. We wanted to send her to her next life without damage to her body. We deeply regret the decision we made under stressful conditions.
Different results. On your right side, Dunlop, and on your left side, Eureka. So please share your stories with us.
Hi, I'm Zach Dunlap. I came here from Oklahoma City for today. Let me talk about my experience when I was diagnosed as brain dead in 2008. And then I hit the asphalt. I was rushed to the hospital. According to the doctor, my brain injuries were absolutely catastrophic. The scans showed no blood was reaching my brain, so I was diagnosed as brain dead 36 hours after the accident. As I had registered myself as an organ donor, a helicopter was scheduled to be sent by the organ donation team, and friends and relatives gathered to say their goodbyes. Everything changed suddenly, 4 hours after I had been declared brain dead. I spent 48 days in rehabilitation and then came back home. I'm fine now. I strongly disagree with the promotion of organ transplants because my experience proves that current procedures for the diagnosis of brain death are not always right, and patients might even have the ability to listen if their organs are donated in this condition. This is a total violation of human dignity. If current medical science can't explain how the brain functions, we should be more cautious and consider that brain death is not actual death.
You are very, very lucky, as this rarely happens. You are just exception, don't you think?
We don't know how rarely it happens. because current medical technology is incapable of judging brain death. I'm with the evidence.
I understand what you're saying, but I still believe that we should promote organ transplants because it will save a lot of people's lives. I am one of them. Let me talk about my experience.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Erika, a college student. I received a heart transplant 3 years ago. Actually, I was diagnosed with idiopathic heart disease when I was 9 years old. My doctor said I would recover if I received a transplant. I'd been waiting for donors for many years, but it seemed impossible because there were so few donors in Japan. But when I was 19 years old, I had a chance to go to Germany to undergo the surgery. An NPO supported me. I was really, really lucky. I received a heart from a patient who had been diagnosed as brain dead. After the surgery, thankfully, I completely recovered. If Japan promotes organ transplants, many patients will be definitely saved. Many people can live. Many people can have hope. I want to say to you, help people, save people, give hope to people. That's why Japan should promote organ transplants.
Okay, well then, it's time for us to say goodbye to you. I hope you enjoyed our program. Thank you for watching us. See you again.
Ha ha ha.